Yeah. What's really happening, Miami? What they do? Y'all already know who it is, man. Florida, I need everybody. You know we pushing that one Florida movement, right? I got one of the homies from the crib right here in the bottom. This brother right here, he doing some major things, man. Not just in the music, but he also, got a documentary coming out. We gonna talk about that. He also got a few books out. Brother just been, he been in the game for a minute, man. You know what I mean? Flying low, flying high in the mix of things. I ain't gonna hold you, man. I got one of them in the building, man. What they do, bro?
Opalaka, Carrot City, Winwood, Overtown, Little 80. This your boy Bigg. I'm in the building.
Check it out, E. Where the people should know where you from? Just break them off, let them know where you from.
Dade County, Opalaka, Carrot City, Winwood, Overtown, Little 80.
You one of them all over.
I done stayed all over, man. It ain't nothing but a lot of respect. My dog Billy Blue asked me the same thing. Like, how can you represent everything? And I get that. I understand, but I done stayed all over the place, so everybody know me. They respect me. And there's no disrespect to my dog Billy Blue, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I represent. I represent everything.
For sure. What you thought about the introduction? I told the people, man, you into everything. You got a lot to talk it up about, man.
Man, I got my new book, my new album, my new doc series. Man, there's a lot going on. Ace Magazine this weekend.
Let's start with the music, right?
Yes.
How long you been doing your thing, man?
Man, too long. Overdue. Well over 10 years. Man, I work with some of the best artists in the game. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to TD. You feel what I'm saying? From OT. I still love you, boy. You hear me? My dog, Iron. Oh, man, I started out with them boys, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man.
But we had, you say 10 years ago, like, name a few artists. Who some of the artists in Miami, you know, other than the ones you just named, collaborated with. And then let's take us back to some of your early projects.
Briscoe. I'm talking about Hood Brat. I'm talking about Billy Blue. I'm talking about, man, some of everybody, man. And coming back to my earlier projects, man, we done did a lot of collaborations over the years, but certain things happen over the time that ain't healed itself. And time heal everything.
You know, one of the things I should have started out asking you from the beginning, right? Because I still a lot of guys come from the streets. Like you said, I come from a lot of different spots all in Miami, right? You got love out there. Yes, when you decided that music was gonna be something that, I say, man, this is the route that I want to go. Because dudes go this way, that way. I guess what I'm asking you, when did you find out you was good with music?
I prayed about this in prison. You feel me? When I was on my knees, I asked God what I'm gonna do when I get up out of that thing, and I asked him, you know what I mean? Like, look, I'm gonna go out there. I ain't got nothing. I ain't gonna go back to nothing, but I need you to make a way. So I knew right then and there that thing was gonna happen, and then when it do happen, give me confirmation.
So what year this is when you was in prison? And tell me about what took you to prison?
Man, all type of things. You know what I'm saying? Man, I was in, I was slanging a little something in open locker. You feel what I'm saying? And I felt like, that things didn't go the way how it normally went, and I knew it didn't go the way how it normally went, but it went that way, and that's why I'm here today. You know what I mean? I got set up. You feel what I'm saying? And it happened.
So you got caught with that sack.
You already know what time it was.
D-boy
Niggas ain't know what time it was unless only 2 people knew that. 3 people, me, God, and that nigga right there. That brother right there.
Yeah, I feel you. So how much time you in the kitchen?
5 years.
5. What you time in state or fed?
Indian River.
Oh, you going back juvenile days? Well, you been in as a teen.
Brevard.
Oh, them yards. Them yards, right? Them yards. Them jit camps. Them jit camps.
You already know what time it is until I turn 18.
So you pray to God. You pray to God that when you come back out here, that you're gonna take your music serious, right?
You already know.
So when you got out, like, but most people, like, they found out they were rapping in the joint, they were winning like competitions in the joint, like, you know what I mean? Open mics. Like when Trick first came home, he know the story. He started out at an open mic with Luke them and got on that record Scarred. Like, so how was your intro to the rap game when you got out from the joint?
So you know Ted Lucas, right?
Yeah.
So Errol Lucas, that's his nephew.
Right.
He put me on the phone with Trick. I rap for Trick. He told me this what it's gonna be. I put that in my book. It's real. Actually, he'll tell you.
Oh, you know what I mean? I ain't got no reason not to.
So when we say ciphers and all that stuff, that's where it really took place at right there. That's when I got confirmation. No, Henry County.
Oh, Henry County.
Where you lock down 23 hours a day and out for one.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? So when you know what time it is, when they give you that confirmation, you know it's a go.
Facts. So when you got out, you got signed or you stayed independent. Take us into your music career.
Independent, first of all, I signed 2 AM, right? So 2 AM folded, they became a production company. And then they became an entertainment company under a red dot. That's who gave me the name Bigg. When I got in the studio, I learned my first lesson about writing music in the studio. A nigga charged me over $1,000 and say, nigga, I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna teach you right now how this game go. You don't come in the studio writing. I'm gonna show you what time it is and you gonna pay me. And I paid him. You know what I mean? And it taught me that right there. So right after that, they started a production company. And then Green Eye stepped in as an executive producer. And then that fold, and then Black Tears came in. Shouts out to my girl Tiger. I wouldn't be here without you. You know what I mean? Probably know her son put out that real Carrot City movie. I mean, it's so real. It's gonna take a long time to get into all that. However, so when that happened, Black Tears came about. Tiger got locked up in the feds. And they picked up her husband up from out of GA, and then it was all over. From that point, I started Dirty Dog South. And then after Dirty Dog South, I started Bad Game with my brother, Baby Charles.
Okay. And so the earlier projects that you did coming out, like who was on them?
The earlier projects, same thing. How? I mean, I had a lot of local artists on there. I let a lot of producers on there. I had Young Breed on there. We made it. You know, he gave me a shot. C-Rod. You feel what I'm saying? I was doing a lot of podcasting too at that time. I had Rick Ross. I had Flo Rida. I had Pitbull. I was there at the very, very beginning. And that's why I tell my dog Big Chuck right now, like, hey, you know what I mean? After that point right there, this is why dudes is really upset. Because why? After that point, nobody else went up after that, and we was ready. And we was ready to go. You had Cutter Man, you had Buster Free, you had everybody ready to go. And ain't nothing else happened after that. But that's just gonna be explained on the Satellite Crispy thing, you know what I mean?
So Ruck, check it out, man. I hear you talking, you know, about the music, being in the game with the music. Where you see yourself fitting in right now in the Miami music scene? Right now, as it stands, reason I'm asking, I just heard Young Miami drop a track, right? And I see all the fellas. You just named Buster Free. I seen that boy YD. More time. You did any work with YD?
Yeah. Not yet though. Shouts out to RP, my nigga, my nigga Piccolo, my nigga Bar. You know what I'm saying? My dog Bar. Let's get that straight, my dog Bar. You know what I mean? That really like hurt me at the same time when I seen him when he did pass. You know what I mean? I knew YD way long time ago, but me and Var and Piccolo, we go a long way back, so we know what time it is.
So you mentioned Pig. Pig got that stick movement going. You know, shout out to the boys over town for life, man. We mentioned when we mention town, we gotta say long live Vito, no shake. You know what I mean? Yeah. But nah, like I was actually like where you see your set, 'cause them boys jumped on that track. Everybody got a different sound. You got Piccolo, you just named. He got that stick and move game. Where Big Ruck fit in at? What's your style? Like is you pushing hustler music? You pushing stick and movement? What erupt? Cause you know what I mean. Let them know where you at, what lane you in, or if you ain't much got no lane.
Man, I got that hustling movement going on, man. I got that big movement going on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I hear that spin that with Young Miami, Man, I just don't want to waste my talents and waste my time on recording a verse that I know that probably won't even make an album. But if she hit me and be like, "E, I got you," I'm on it. You know what I mean? It's just like I said in the beginning, like, you know, I'm a writer at the same time. So if I'm in a studio with an artist, I'm confident about what I put out. You know what I mean? Most of our artists are not confident about what they put out. If you come in the studio after me and you lay something, I'm not gonna relay my verse just to match your verse. No, I'm gonna let them feel me, the raw me, and then how I'm coming. So if I get on that spin,
I hear you keep mentioning you write your work, right? You said like when the guy taught you when you came in the studio, don't come in here writing. What inspired you? Where you get your creative style of writing, like writing music? Where your music where you pull your music from? Personal experience or you know, things that you see in the culture or what? Explain that part to me.
Man, everything is always all personal experience, but I really get my inspiration from Scarface, Rick Ross. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about Trey Daddy. I'm talking about everybody that sit there that write a lyric and that say, hey, okay, that ain't gonna work. Okay, let's write this one. Okay, this gonna work. Okay, you know what I mean? And ride around with that thing and we really do it. Because I'm a perfectionist at the end of the day. Because I believe that at the end of the day, that the YNs that's listening to this, you know what I mean? You need to make that a point. That be careful about what you put out there because karma is everything.
So you make hustling music,
you
right?
Already know.
So I'm gonna ask you, right? On the hustling tip, making hustling music, trap music, like my man say, scammer music. Let's go get it. You know what I mean? Or just get up and get music. How you balance, you know, staying in that lane and staying up with what's going on with the way that, you know, the young people, you mentioned YNs and whatnot. I call them YBs, but the young bosses. How you balance that? Staying from the time when you were hustling to the way, because you came out, like you say, you came out slanging, right? So now you know they screaming where the scammers at. How you balance that?
So when I heard about the YBs, the YNs, and all that, and how I stayed influential in their life, you feel what I'm saying? And then how do I stay balanced with them? I be in the streets, I be in the clubs, so I'm hearing what they saying, I'm listening to what they saying, I respect what they saying because I was once that YN at that time, so I can't tell them not to do something. You feel what I'm saying? Without telling them, hey, I think that you should go about it like this way. That's how I look at it. Right. You know what I mean? And I ain't trying to say that I'm all for that dumb.
I guess I don't think you understand.
All the crazy
I don't think you clearly understand what I was saying. I'm asking you, listen to me, bro. I'm asking you, your style of rap. You've been rapping for over 10 years now, right? And up to now, you know, the sounds change. You got Boss Man D-Lo done with that, you know, motion power, motion party. And you got different sounds right now. You got Broadway doing this little thing. Your style of hustling music, right? You know, when you speak of hustling music, your style of hustling, how you balance telling you know what I'm saying, you pull it from your lifestyle and you in the streets hustling, how you balance to keep up with the up-tempo way that the hustling music going right now. But they ain't still rapping Pyrex and the baking soda, you know, the Jeezy time, rapping in it. You know, I'm asking how you stay upbeat and up tuned with what they doing now.
Man, I'm with all the great producers that's putting out the great music. So, you know, when I get with this Skrilla the Hitman, I get with Mama, Nate Evans, you know what I mean, and they hit me with that, you know, that pull up, you know what I mean, and they hit me with that, you know, keep it 100, you know, stuff like that. That's how I'm able to keep up with them because I'm listening to what they putting out, and then I'm also going back to the original producers that's putting out production, and I'm able to keep up with that sound. And I try my best to not get caught up in the past because you will get left. Right. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you, if I was one of the people that's looking on this camera right now, just seeing you for the first time, right? What one of your projects that you would tell them to go out all the music you done made over 10 years of music right now you've been made? What album you feel like speaks to most to identify how you coming? You know what I mean? Just tell people how you coming and what album from your project thus far or the new project that you got right now that they need to go listen to so they can know what I mean, how you coming.
And that's kind of a difficult question because I got so much music and I did so much music over time and I made that my business to do that. So you talking about Cloth Talk. Cloth Talk is one of my babies, like the ones I really like. You know, I sat down and I really did that. I wrote that. I sat down in the studio before time and went in the studio and laid that thing. But Executive Orders, Lamborghini Dreaming, man, that's everything to me. You hear me? So Executive Order is how it's coming about right now because at the end of the day, you feel what I'm saying? That's how I'm doing it. I done did it so long, you feel what I'm saying? And I want the young, the YNs, the Y bosses to go back and see how it's done. You know what I mean? But do it the correct way. You ain't gotta go pull a chop, pull on your CEO and tell him, hey, let me out this contract. Man, we'll be more than happy to let you out the contract with these stipulations. You know what I mean?
You sound like you're hitting on Gucci and ProfilmzINC situation.
And that's exactly what
that sound like that's what you were hitting on, man.
That's exactly
how would you have handled that?
I would have had it totally different, the same way. I don't know how Gucci handled it on the background.
No, I ain't talking about Gucci. I'm talking about
everybody else say.
If you was in Gucci shoes or when you was in ProfilmzINC, give me two versions of how you would have handled that situation.
First of all, you gotta read people. You gotta read people emotion. You gotta know what they're feeling at that time. You gotta know what they're going through. You gotta ask questions. So if you ask that question, hey, why we need to hire this meeting? And why is it in Texas? That's the number one. Because you know gun laws is like number one in Texas. Like, it don't matter. You don't chop over there. Yeah.
I'm asking you. Go ahead.
I'm going into it.
All right, go ahead.
How I would have handled that situation? I would have been
if it was who? Gucci or Pooh?
That's the hard part. Because we had this conversation, me and my CEO, but at the same time, it's stupid for the artist to go that way because why? You can hire a lawyer and you can figure that thing out. But no OG was in his ear to tell him that. Right. And then from Gucci's standpoint, you feel what I'm saying? He'd be like, which I know what he would have did from the very beginning. Released him, but guess what? You still owe me. I'm gonna let you ride. But you still owe me a 10% every year off my name, off everything. And when that's over, you still gotta come back and see me. Look at the raw shit.
Bro, hold up, bro. Before you go anywhere else with it, let me ask you. You mentioned earlier that Trick was one of the guys that inspired you, right? How you felt about the last two projects? Trick just dropped the one with 360, and then the other one he just dropped with the boy. I think he was out of Tampa somewhere.
I mean, you want me to be totally honest?
You told us that's the only way to be. Best way.
That verse remind me of everything that Trick started out to what he's at right now. Now, when you go into the song with 360, you know what I mean? And I done reached out to him 100 times now. I look forward to working with him in the future. But to be totally honest with you, I feel like you got a lot to say. And then with that over time, I know that's gonna secure that feature. I ain't nobody. You can look at me as nobody, you know what I mean? But I feel as though that he got a lot to say, and I already know there's some great things coming for him.
For sure. I think they opened it. They poked the bell, and the bell came out. The bell came out. That boy walked on that so hard.
He walked on that thing.
He represented the crib like he always have been. You know when he say when that thing gets, he had that thing to Georgia. Yeah. No, I don't think he had nothing to prove. I don't think Trick there ain't nothing for him to have to prove.
No, but
I don't think he had
the YNs and the YBs.
No, I just think
some of them think he's irrelevant,
right.
But he's very irrelevant in this culture right now today in Dade County.
Right. He always been, Trick ain't gonna never not be relevant. Like, he'll never not be relevant, man. Like when it comes to Miami, you go out of town and you speak on hip hop of Miami. There are certain names, the Mount Mushmore of Florida, this Trick, like there's certain names that is.
But it's one dude y'all don't even mention at that point, and that's JT Money.
Man, money, who don't mention money? I'm everywhere with money. I'm everywhere with money. I mean, y'all used to talk about.
If you don't, You know what? Check out the album.
Yeah. JT definitely. Like
Check
when
out
it
the
comes to putting down that gangsterness from the beginning. Again, then not only that, from that playerness, old problems is no problem. Huh? You know what I'm saying?
Know what time it is. Don't hate the game, cause the game no song.
Hey, for sure. Nah, but bro, check it out though. Let's talk a little bit. We've been talking about music for a minute, man. You got a lot of other stuff going
New
on.
album, Executive Orders out right now. Loyalty, Respect.
Let's talk about the books, right? Let's get into the books.
Ooh, Lord.
What these is? Autobiographies.
It's a memoir.
These memoirs.
Yeah, this a small portion of the autobiography, and I did that so I can connect with my fans, because most people don't know too much about it. You feel what I'm saying? I talk a lot in my music, and I do that for a reason, so people can actually go back and research. But everybody's attention span is so short nowadays. So I said, you know what? Hold a minute. Record company was excited about it. 48 pages, not that long. You can go in, you can get into it, and then boom, it's gonna connect you right to the music. And the reason why I did that is because everything that I talked about, everything I talked about based off my biography, you feel what I'm saying? Everything I talked about, everything I did over time, everything I did in this community is wrapped up in all of it. You feel what I'm saying? And that's when they meet Aaron, Biggie Rupp Clark. And that's who I turned into Biggie Rupp at that time. So they can connect with me and they know who exactly I am. That's who I am.
What one of the things, you saying people may not know you, but you got the book out. What one of the things that, you want the people to remember you by, or something that you feel like the people don't get of you? Just give us something of you to let the people know, because we here to let them know who you is.
You know, YD said something to me a couple of years ago. He said, boy, you the ambassador. You feel what I'm saying? Miami. And I felt that at that time. You feel what I'm saying? I really felt that. And I want them to remember me by that I ain't never laid down. I'm never gonna lay down. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm always gonna go with the flow of what's going on. I'm gonna catch up no matter what. I'm gonna go with everything. And then I want them to always know that don't never give up.
I'm gonna ask you something, being an author myself. Being an author myself, right? I'm gonna ask you something for me. Being an author myself, my 2 books, my memoirs, my autobiographies, whatever you want, my life story, right?
Yes, sir.
I wrote my books to, help young people.
Yes, sir.
Through some pressure. That's why the first title of my book is called Pressure. Another one's called Federal Pressure. But this ain't about promoting my book. My question to you is.
But you made
listen. Let me ask you a question first.
On that pressure part, that really what took it.
But let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question though. My question is, my purpose for writing my book. What is your purpose of writing your book, and what do you think is gonna help anybody? Do you give me your purpose for writing your book?
Because I felt like nobody not gonna tell it the way I'm gonna tell it. You feel what I'm saying? Let's say if I was a pastor today, you got my dog, like, you know what I'm saying? Fat Wayne just passed. You feel what I'm saying? You got my dog, like, No Shade just passed. Man,
right.
I'm like, you know what? I need to let them know who I am before that happened to me, because it's gonna happen. You feel what I'm saying? You don't know when. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the reason why, that's what gave me the inspiration to write that, and to write the book, and then also promote it with the album, because that's gonna play all hand in hand in what I'm doing. It's all about the business.
What are you doing? Explain to people. What's your goal in the game, and what mark you want to leave on the Miami sound? Being an artist from Miami, what mark you want to leave in the game right now? Like,
that you ain't gotta always be boxed in. You ain't gotta always listen and do what everybody else is doing. Do things outside the box. You feel what I'm saying? Do things that people say that you ain't gonna do. Because if you think they're not listening, trust me, they listening, and they real redo your record. They just not gonna tell you, but you experience it when you get out of town. And I experienced that on one occasion when I heard somebody redo a record that I did, and it was outside of town, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. At least I left that impact on them. So that's my impact I'm gonna leave on the young ones.
So
go hard.
I mentioned earlier when I first brought you, when opening up, right, that you got a billboard out right now where people could. I rolled by it yesterday. Unbeholden, I knew we had this interview.
You woke me up with it.
I knew we had. Yeah, I knew we had the interview, and I looked over, cause right there, if you're in Miami right now, and you go by Playground right there, I think that's right there on 79th and 7th Avenue, and you look up to the left right there. There's Bigg up there advertising this new release, the new music that's dropping. What day that drop? When it's dropping it, and what can the people expect of the music? And then you got a documentary coming out on top of that, and the launch of your book, man. Why not? Why not?
It's a lot
in your career. Why not?
It's a lot to unpack this whole weekend, and the reason why I actually did it. It was a lot that happened over time too. And like I shared earlier in another conversation, that my brother, Baby Charles, you feel what I'm saying? I love you to death. You feel what I'm saying? And he gave me some news that really broke me down. You feel what I'm saying? That it lets me know that money ain't everything. Money can't change everything if it ain't changing how you feel. You feel what I'm saying? I know my music, and I know what I do, it makes me feel a certain way. He cut his wrist. You feel what I'm saying? And that hurted me to my heart, to my core. You feel what I'm saying? And then at the same time, that shit really bothered me so much. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, man, you know what? Bruh, it ain't that serious. You know what I mean? What can I do? He like, nothing you can do is what I'm feeling. I say, brother, you don't know I love you. I really love you to the bottom of my heart, bro. And that really made me focus on what I'm doing today. So when I dropped that documentary, and I dropped this album on the 22nd, and I dropped this memoir, this book, this not only mean it, not just to me, but this mean everything to my little brother. Just, you know what I'm saying, to let him know that, you know what I'm saying, that hope is still alive. You feel what I'm saying? And God ain't never gave up on me.
So it's good project personal.
This really personal to me now. It's really personal. Because it ain't nothing I could have did to stop that.
Yeah, so and shout out to anybody that ever had to deal with that, man. When you talk about, and I'm just gonna say it, someone unaliving themselves, man. That's a tough way, because you never know when people do that, and they don't give you a notice. They leave the people that's living, the people that's care about them, still dealing with the. Why did I ain't see the scene? You know, I ain't know it was that dog for that brother. So I get it. I lost a relative like that too.
And he one of the CEOs on the record company, other than Big Chuck. Shouts out to Big Chuck, Strong Gun, E-Class, all them niggas that gave me the opportunity.
Hey, what you think about that, man? What you think about the success that, like, I'm talking about you, man, Chuck, Island Team, I eat there like every day, man. Y'all want to go somewhere in Miami that, that the service is tight, the food is right. Make sure y'all tap in the Island Team. Right there on the one I go to is on 161st and 27th Avenue, man. The lunch special off the chain. So y'all check what and all the Lincolns. What you think about them boys, man? The movement that them boys got, buying up the plaza, buying up, just the moving in the way they taking, strong arm that look out for all the coaching that Frizzy them doing in the community. What you think about that?
They showed me something different, and they showed me that family can actually work together, and they showed me loyalty, they showed me respect, and they showed me honor. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I get it from, because I never seen a family that worked together like that. Not my own, not nobody else's family, nobody. I never, no matter what differences they have, they still work together. And the boys
always showing love with the community, man, especially with the youth.
And they take care of their own.
They take care of more than just their own, man. I know this for a fact.
About that.
They take care of a lot of people.
They take care of a lot. But when I see that and I hear that, and I see what they're doing, and also a new restaurant is opening up at Margate right now on 441 Atlantic Avenue, Island Teams. Best food in the city, baby.
And y'all don't forget, man, y'all want to support Fat Wayne and his family, man. Them boys back open. I just seen it on Instagram, man.
They closed the day, they open tomorrow.
Yeah, they back open, man. Y'all go through there and support. I I hate to ride by on 17th and what it is, 51st or 59. What Screaming Junk was, bro? 51st.
50th.
Streaming.
50 right there, man.
Yeah,
Long
that
little
shit-
Screaming Gun.
that
I seen
shit
the
really-
boys with the bikes.
That right there
guns
touched
down,
me right there.
bikes
bro.
up, man. That touched me too.
Somebody had to
Top
pull an
Mary.
executive order on that. That I ain't like. I did not like at all. But
Yeah.
somebody had to put an executive order on that right there, because homie was doing everything for the crib. He represented the crib, but at the same time, I didn't like it. But remember, whatever you do in the past, it'll come back.
Think that what it was? Something from the past came back and hunt Scream. I got you. Yeah, most definitely. You know, you see on the wall right here, right? Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. We ain't solving nothing over here, you know what I mean? But you know, we definitely gonna keep that movement that he started. His voice definitely gonna live
Keep
over
it
here.
going,
We gonna keep that voice up, man. Y'all make sure y'all support Miss Mary. But what I was saying, I don't like riding by there because I see the hut down. It ain't open. My man ain't over there shaking off the bone. You know what I mean? I don't want to see Fat Wayne's situation go down. I want to see, you know, his name live on, man. You know, it was tragic. I was just with that boy at Carrot City Picnic. You feel me?
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
everybody had touch right there. That was a loss to the city.
It really messed me up, and he was a staple in the city.
Definitely.
But I feel like that could have been prevented if talks was made, and I know there was a lot of talks behind the scene that allowed that to happen.
Oh, you talking about the screaming situation?
Yeah.
No, I was talking about Fat Wayne. That day I was just losing Fat Wayne, dog, natural causes. You know what I mean? Rest in peace.
R.I.P. my nigga Fat
But
Wayne.
no, let's get back to the document. You got the documental coming. You got the billboard out there. It seems like you living up to your name. You erupting right now. Everywhere I go, I'm seeing erupt. Erupt. What you feel like? We still got a lot more 2026 going on. What you expect out the rest of the year, man? What you expect to come from this project you
You
drop?
seeing God fulfill all his promises that he made to me in the chain gang. You hear me? When I got on my knee and I asked him what I'm gonna do, he say, I got you. And that's confirmation right there.
Right.
He said, I got you. When I first met the president of Clear Channel, I was just selling my CDs in a barbershop in Carrot City. And I didn't even know who owned the barbershop. You feel what I'm saying? I was just there, just doing my thing. He gave me a card, put it in my pocket. I got home later, I realized what it was. I made a phone call. You feel what I'm saying? So, and that lets me know right there that that's confirmation. And he told me from that day forward, I got you. I'm on it. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how I was able to get the FEP ball. That's how I was able to go on tour with them. That's how you became. That's how you got the billboard on 54th and 10th Avenue for a whole year and a half because of that.
Oh, so you in a deal? It's a deal you signed.
They're saying, oh, I'm in a deal with Harrison Records for sure. Fire Records distribution, along with my brother Baby Charles, with Bad Game Music Group with Harrison Records and Empire. It's real. This ain't no joke. This is real. But when somebody give you the opportunity, you feel what I'm saying, especially these staples in the community, as it, you know, like them boys right there, Strong Arm and Freezy and E-Class and all that, you take advantage of that, because when you get over there, you think Briscoe and them got it easy? No. They told me as soon as I got there, no. You got to work twice as hard as if you was on the outside looking in. So some people don't know what's going on until they get on the outside looking in. That's why I say a lot of that stuff gonna be discussed on Satellite Crispy, on Big Chuck podcast. You feel what I'm saying? So with that said, everybody around it, everybody looking in, they might say they gatekeepers. You feel what I'm saying? They ain't promote nobody after that. No. At the end of the day, nobody don't owe you anything. You got to go get it. You got to stay up with the YBs, the YNs. You got to stay what's up. You got to stay what's up with the music community that's going on right now. They putting out hot music right now. Now you got to go against the women. Look at Young Miami. You got to go against that. If you ain't got a record to come against that, you're in trouble. So don't think that them dudes is in control or they causing a lot of things not to happen. No. It's on you. You got to make that happen. So when you see the billboard, you see the documentary finna pop up on YouTube and everywhere else. You see the
I was just gonna ask you. I was just gonna ask. That's what I'm gonna ask you.
That's
so
all
just on YouTube, nowhere else.
It's gonna be on YouTube. It's gonna be on everywhere. Anywhere I can put that thing on Tubi, Prime Music, Prime Video.
So it's gonna be this
everywhere.
This is the type of song we heading into a rough. It's
Oh,
gonna be
you
hot out
already know
here.
what time it is because I gotta let y'all know what time it is. I gotta let y'all know who I am and how I became about. You feel what I'm saying?
This is the time to do it right now. This is the time to do it right now. This is why we here.
Right now, who I am, I'm Bigg, ERUPT. I came from nothing. I'm from Dade County. You heard me? I made a prayer. I made a pact with God in prison.
Give us an example of what nothing is
happen?
for us. Give us an example of what nothing is for us. A lot of people say they come from nothing.
Nothing. I'm talking about Scott Projects. You ever stayed in Scott Projects?
Who, me?
You from OT?
No, bro. Nah.
Scott Projects.
I stayed
I'm from the bottom of the bottom where we ain't have nothing. You hear me? Rats, roaches, all that. Scott Projects. I ain't had nothing. I ain't grew up with all this. I got that because I seen it over time how it was done. Raw showed me how it was done. Trick showed me how it was done. Flow showed me how it was done. Pitbull showed how it was done. And I was able to do
what you think about the French Montana and Raw's verses? Was that good for the coaching?
Well, actually, they homeboys. So at the end of the day, it was kind of a celebration. At the end of the day,
it definitely was.
You feel what I'm saying? So you can't take away nothing from Ross and French because they made great music together. Just as well he made great music with Drake. But however, whatever difference they have, that's between them. I ain't got nothing to do with that. You hear me?
ASAP.
So with that said, you know what I'm saying? And I know eventually you don't know what's happening behind the scenes. A lot of conversations happen behind the scenes that you don't know nothing about. You feel what I'm saying? That everybody may see. It's like they thought that Po' Boy and Slip and Slide was going through something. Or it's a vibe in the community. Or it's something going on. No, not until you get on that other side, because I was one of those ones. And I'm able to see it, and I'm able to tell you about what's going on right now. They are not the gatekeepers. You the one that's in control of your own destiny, your own career. You make it happen. They not the reason why they make that thing happen.
A lot of people use the word gatekeeper, right?
Yep.
I never felt like anybody could keep me nowhere other than the people that got.
Because you
hold on, bro. The only gate that ever kept me with these cells and these prisons, like the white folk gate. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got no street gate that's gonna keep me from getting some money when I'm in the streets.
But you know that. The rest of them don't know that. They never been there like that. So they don't know that mentality that we have where we can peep certain shit. Or we can get around that gate. Or we can jump over that gate.
I don't want to see no gate.
You see
I
what
don't
I'm
want to see no gate when it cut in my paper, man. Ain't nobody. I'm a firm believer, and I tell a lot of people. I do a lot of videos and inspirational talk. Everybody know I'm the Wreck Y'all Open man. I'm always encouraging, motivating. I tell people all the time, man. What God got for you, nobody can stop. And what God got for somebody else, you can't stop. So there ain't no sense of pocket watching nobody, man.
At the end of the day, some people feel like that because why? They don't have that mentality that me and you have. They don't know.
I think that's an excuse maker. I think people make
exactly. So they blame it on them boys. That's why the first interview is gonna be him, Freezy, and E. That's Chuck, Freezy, and E-Clad. And they gonna get rid of that dumb shit because now it's on you. If you not out there promoting your shit, doing your thing, putting your music out there, putting up your billboards, even though they put that up for me. I ain't gonna lie, I put that up there. You know, the album coming out, all that stuff like that, right? That's on you. That's not on E. That's not on me. That ain't on you. That's on you. You the one got to get out there and grind, hustle, get it how you live, get it how you say you doing it, and put your money into it and make it happen.
Let me ask you something, right? being a man that's big on platform, you sitting on one right now, right? Did you think me, I'm talking about the digital era we in right now, right? You think people need to go for as putting billboards up, or you just use a post, like just build a strong following and do the networking that you're doing, or that's just another statement of letting people know I'm coming, y'all don't know how I'm coming this big, that you, if you stuck in traffic, you gonna look up and see me, man. You gonna see me.
So with that said, right, my dog Age Magazine, right, when I hit him and told him billboards is up, he didn't believe it till he rolled by. So you gotta remember, if I'm sitting on a big platform like this, right, the OG, shouts out OG, you feel what I'm saying? And then you doing this, and then now you got something out there in the streets that's tangible. Because remember, we ain't got CDs no more, so it's not tangible. So everything is online. Something like that is tangible. A book that you can print out is tangible. You feel what I'm saying? That's tangible. You feel what I'm saying? We can't get that anymore.
I ain't gonna lie with you.
So
bro,
they should invest, not just in
that advertising, all advertising.
no, but billboards take you a whole nother level.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Look, let me say this, bro.
That
bro,
put you on a
bro,
whole
let me say
nother
this.
level.
Let me say this, bro. I looked up like, there ain't no Ruck was doing it that big.
I ain't getting any.
I was gonna get it. I was
But
ask
you know
for a
what's
tip
so
today.
crazy?
I was ask for a tip today.
You had to go look for. He had to go look for the text message. Like, I ain't even lock you in. I said, okay, I got his attention.
You got my attention with that, boy. I ain't gonna lie. You got.
Exactly.
I called my
And that's
cameraman.
what
I say,
it's
bro, we
designed
for the
to
interview.
do.
He right here on the billboard.
It's designed to get your attention.
It got mine,
And say,
man. It
hey,
got mine. Okay,
I ain't playing with this. I'm dead serious.
You coming?
You
Motion
hear me?
party.
I'm dead serious.
Motion party.
About
Boss
what
man
I'm doing.
D-Lo. Motion party.
You feel what
You
I'm
can't
saying?
get in.
You cannot get in.
I ain't even playing. I looked up. I called my cameraman. He sit right over here. Tell you, I'm stuck in traffic. I say, bro, hey, I'm like, well, I'm telling you, man, bro, like I felt like are y'all ever seen? I know y'all have, cause if you didn't, I want all y'all Afro, Black, Negroes or whatever.
Well,
hold up. I'm gonna tell you what I said. I want all y'all parents. I remember I felt like coming to America when I seen it in the moment when Eddie was like, my man said he got his own money. He got his own money.
But remember when we did the first interview in front of the club?
Yeah, I remember that.
You feel what I'm saying? That was a relationship built right then and there, and I knew you was the next one up. And when I seen you doing other things, I was like, yep, that's gonna happen. I already know because we're missing that in Miami culture.
Right.
But it's essential for artists to get billboards, magazine placements, especially Ace Magazine placement because they're tangible. OG podcast placements because they're tangible and because they got a platform.
I appreciate that,
and they
bro.
can get you up there
Y'all hear what
where
he
you
said?
need to be.
We're basically
You need to
I've
do
been
this.
saying the same thing, bro. You gotta get yourself out there.
I told Ace, I said, man, I don't even want to do no performing this weekend. I'm done. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That was some other thing, but I told him I ain't do no performing. My most important thing this weekend is to get footage and content. Get my watch hours up. Get my subscribers up. You feel what I'm saying? And I hope that we be able to do a collaboration.
You definitely after the day, you know, we doing views over here. Shout out for the
I
compliments
already
too,
know.
right?
And I'm coming back
not
on
only that,
Thursday.
shout out for the plugging in that what Rupp saying, man. I've been saying that for a long time. We can't run from these cameras, man. We gotta run to them, man. We gotta put on. We gotta get our stories out there.
You gonna have to.
Speaking on the first interview, man, we was at a networking event that night.
That's right. And then my dog Ant kept hitting me, right? He like, E, I'm like, I don't even know who this is. But this my dog I went to school with. You feel what I'm saying? Back in Carol City days. So I'm like, he mentioned that. He like, Red. I'm like, don't mention that name. Please don't say that name. I'm trying to run from him. But when he mentioned it, he was like, man, I've been trying to get you on the show forever. I say, oh man, I appreciate that. Don't mention that name. Let's leave that name out. Let's stick with Bigg. You feel what I'm saying? That's another story. That's another book.
We gonna have to get into y'all. Make sure y'all tap in with Big Homeboy book, man. Make sure y'all, you know, he doing this thing. And you know, before we get closing it out right here, right? Before we get there,
but you
I'm gonna ask you, how important you feel like you just dropped the jewel out there to the young people about exposure. How important you think content is in the game right now, launching and doing anything when it comes to hustling?
When it comes to hustling and when it comes to content, you gotta promote yourself. Make sure you get on podcasts like this. They got platforms. You feel what I'm saying? You connect yourself with magazines like Ace Magazine. And then you trying to take it to that whole nother level. You connect with people like Clutcher. Out front is cool. They put you out front. But am I clear to you? Do y'all rap niggas see you really clear? You know what I mean? You gotta make it clear to you. And you gotta let them know that this is where it's at. And you got to spend money in content. And get what your camera got. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about lock down the camera guy. Don't even play with it. Content is everything. Without Pro Films, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now.
How important the DJs, the relationship with the DJs in the career with you?
It's very important. But however, I shouldn't have to be there all the time for you to play my record or you play me out of time with that. You feel what I'm saying? But I respect y'all. I love y'all. And I appreciate every time that y'all put me in the mix. DJ Nasty, DJ H2. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about DJ Epps. You feel what I'm saying? All of them DJs. You feel them? DJ Rama, DJ Dig 'em Down. I appreciate that. Just for y'all to even play my record. I'm talking about DJ Panda for the free. You feel what I'm saying? Man, I appreciate y'all boys for just even plugging me and stuff like that. And for the ones that did not plug me yet, man, I'm open, man. Email me. I'm on it. I seen y'all drop. I seen y'all everything. But make sure y'all get my book. It's exclusively on Amazon right now. It come right to your door. Send it back to me. I autograph.
Before we go, check it out. What on this project? We should talking about. We here today. We talking about the new project. What track on the new project that you can put your stamp on right now to say when they hear this, they gonna know. Yeah, E done erupted right here in Miami.
You already know what time it is. You already know I talk about loyalty. I talk about respect. I talk about honor. So when you keep it at that Keep It 100 Records, record featuring Aaliyah Nicole, Keep It 100, baby. That's the #1 record off the album right now. And then I got the street stuff, and y'all want that too. And that's No More Favors featuring Young Breed. You hear me? And I got Respect featuring Billy Blue. Some people say that's an album. That's a song.
That boy Blue, man. Billy Blue just got look. Now I ain't gonna say no look. Here I go. We got a real opportunity this year, man. On the radio station,
3-5 beat, baby.
All day, man. That boy.
That's when you know that God is real.
All the time.
You hear me?
All the time.
And he told me one of those things when I got over there too. You gotta work twice as hard now. Don't let what you heard on the other side saying, No, when you get over here now, you gotta work twice as hard as us. Because we did the same exact thing. So get them boys a little cushion. You feel what I'm saying? Just because you see them doing what they doing, they paved the way for us. They had to work hard to get to where they was at right now. Chuck, Freezy, E-Class ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm going to be vouch for Ted Lucas, ain't got nothing to do with that. It's on you. You the one that got to push yourself.
Why you feel a need? Why you feel a need to, just what do you see? What you see it at? 'Cause it sound like you saying people are blaming other people for holding them back. Like who you talking to when you say that?
Chatter?
I hear you. It's just like
it's a lot of chatter out there like they the gatekeepers.
Nah. We don't went over that before. We don't went over.
You got out of towners want to tell me where they want to go. You want me to take you to South Beach and turn you over to the Russians, or you want me to bring you over the bridge where it's real at and turn and introduce you to the dudes that got the keys to the city.
When you say that's coming, you say all that's finna come out, man. I tell you what, man. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see what the project. When you say hit that release date, let people know where they can find a new project. where they can
Executive
check the,
orders.
the documentary out there, and where they
Lord,
can get your books.
Respect, honor, available right now. Available everywhere. Even if you're in the chain gang, the feds. What's the name of that JPEG? It's available everywhere. Executive orders, my book. You can order it off Amazon. It'll come right to your cell. It'll come right to your crib. Send it back to me. ED me. I'll send you my address and I'll sign it and send it back to you. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Exclusive. www.bigggerupt official. No special way to spell it. .com.
I'm waiting to see what. There's like the people. I know y'all waiting to see it, man. Y'all make sure y'all tap in. Y'all see what I got on right now, man. The biggest car show is going down.
You already know what time.
June 30. You gonna be out there, bro?
To the boss.
You gonna be out there?
You already know what time it is.
I gotta see y'all. You got that slippery soap on deck, man. For
Shout
all y'all
out
boys.
57 Freddie.
Yeah, shout out to Freddie, man. You know, when you celebrate, make sure you pop the rose, man. Pop that thing, man.
Everybody talking about that Bel Air Blue, right? But
that black
Bombay, what?
Yeah.
Ooh,
make
Lord.
sure y'all tapping all that right there,
That
man.
Bombay? Oh,
Yeah.
man. You got one, bro.
So.
I'm a cognac guy, so when you talking about that brown, you go get that bomb. That Bombay, man, hey, man, I'm all in. You know what I mean?
Anything you want to leave them with before we get up out of here, bro?
Man, Overlock in Cass City. Winwood, Overtown, Little Haven. I'm Big E. I'm in the building. When your book is out, it's exclusively on Amazon right now.
Y'all make sure y'all go check that book.
Album is out right now on all platforms. And make sure y'all get up with my boy, ProfilmzINC, because he's available whenever you need. And he only a phone call away. He only a DM away. Let's go. Big Chuck, Studio 183, what they do.
Man, y'all already know that. Whatever we tell them to, man. Whatever we tell them to, Rupp. Make sure y'all go check that boy Rupp out,
And that's executive order.
Yeah, that's executive. Make sure y'all check the projects out, man. That boy coming through, coming hard. Big motion right here in the house. Make sure y'all hit that like.
Executive order.
Man, it says executive order again. That's executive order, man. Make sure y'all hit that like bell, subscribe, comment. Let me know what y'all think, man.
That's an executive order.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's an executive order. If I want goddamn strawberries in my goddamn Cheerios, goddamn it, that's an executive order.
That boy talking that talk, man.
If I want some canned Coke in the club with a bottle of Hennessy, that's an executive order. If I want some ranch on my Parmesan chicken wings,
you're in the Oval Office or something.
that's an executive order.